Dukes of Weebdom, episode 17.
Episode 17.
Episode 17. Dukes of Weebdom. Yeah, man. Back at it. Spiral power to the max.
Right? I wasn't sure if it was going to be like that involved in it, but...
Yes, Don
sure is.
Heating up. Back in the action with some fights. And Gigi just beasting, turning the Kamea wave into a drill, whatever that awesome. Was. Yeah, it was great. But, I didn't like how quick they picked it up. He just told them, yeah, do this. And they're like,
do
oh,
the spiral
word.
Thing. Though he picked it up pretty fast, too.
True. Yeah, either way, it's whatever. And then,
I like the top analogy because it does get the message across like right away.
Yes, it does. And then fucking the drill that pierces aliens.
Yes.
No matter what you do, you can't pierce this armor. Oh shit, you're piercing my armor.
Oh shit. I might die right now.
Probably did die. Should have died. Yeah, he's dead. He should be dead.
The ones Gigi hit are definitely dead.
Yeah, you saw them incinerate 2 double-page spreads.
And both of them thinking of Vamala while they did it, too.
Yes. And Ken on his way, coming in hot. But then it's like, is he even going to be needed once he gets here? They just took out their enemies, and Momo's like hurling trees at the dudes that she's with.
Which is like the skewer guy, I think.
Yes. But I feel like when the main dude, the one that was like, see, because the aliens, I don't think, they might have names that were mentioned at one point, but
I don't think so.
Probably not. I remember like a main looking dude, like when they jumped Ken, that seemed by his, like the aura he gave out, seemed to be the dude in charge. And I feel like I haven't seen him since this.
Whatever one like said that he was strong.
Yes, that one. But I don't know if I saw him in this recent battle since the end of this flashback. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hey, the MVP's not here yet either. What's his name? The dude on the motorcycle.
Kinta,
yes.
Sorry, I just saw something wild.
What's that?
What the fuck that is?
Oh, isn't that the thing that Granny's fighting right now? Because that's Granny right there, right?
It is.
Yeah, that was at the end of one of the chapters or something.
Oh my lord. I was hoping to find them, but it doesn't look like I did. No, that's the guy she just hit with the tree.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon. There's got to be something for Ken to fight when he shows up, you know what I mean? I don't think he's just going to show up and everything's going to be over, because then...
Plus, there's more aliens coming now.
Yeah, and Kinta's coming too, so there's, MacGuffins. If you show us...
They might even be the strongest ones that are coming now. They might have brought someone that's stronger with all the people they're ushering in.
Yeah, because, the MacGuffin argument, you can't show something happen without explaining it later.
And that, like, the big ass one that turns them into suits. They're definitely gonna have to fight that thing.
Oh yeah, true that. You'd think that thing wouldn't fight though, because that's what makes the suits for him. You'd think the aliens want to protect that, so if anything, that would be like the last thing.
Yeah, it's probably hiding.
Yeah, in my mind anyway, that's what I would be doing. I'd be keeping that thing in the back of the line. Like, you make our weapons for us. You don't go on front lines. No.
They definitely still have it, too, because they're already being like, oh, man, I want to turn this one into a suit. I call it, I saw them first.
They were talking about that, yeah. Which is kind of fun, hilarious.
I'm going to wear your flesh like a weapon, boy.
I just think of Coat Rat Guy.
Oh, God. Those were my favorite parts to listen back through, was shitting on Gakuganji.
Yeah.
I was listening through the podcast.
Yeah, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Poor dude. Fuck him. I guess. I don't know. But with all this action, though, now, Because everyone, like, this heartfelt stuff about Valma, it's like, she could be dead, but she could also not be dead. But then it's like,
I don't know. She was holding hands with Momo.
Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, no, they healed her, right?
Yeah.
Fucking guy over here just completely forgetting things. Because it just, like, dawned on me, like, they're all super sad about her. And I was like, oh, she dies. And then I remembered, because we were talking when...
They're just the Vengeance Squad anyways, though.
Yes. But, because we were talking about that when we weren't sure she was going to make it. Yeah, that's right. The alien gave his life and fucking Supermax healed her type deal.
Yeah. Serpo Man.
Damn, I just had like the biggest fucking brain farts and just completely blanked out like half a full chapter.
Right after I talked about rewatching, I'm listening through the podcast again.
You did, yeah. And here am I just,
what podcast?
What's this? This information that we have that I'm not going to...
We're keeping our good girl.
Yes, add into the team.
I was kind of hoping only Gigi would think of her, because I was kind of hoping that ship would start to happen so he can get off Momo.
Yes, and fucking crazy bitch needs to get off Ken as well.
It's true. She should be the stoic loner.
Yes, because she started as a bully.
Too hard on her. Gotta give her a path to redemption, bro.
Haven't seen one yet.
I mean, this is a good start.
I guess. It's the start. It's not it's not the end of the road. Taking 1 foot on the street isn't crossing the street.
I don't know. Blasting the chest off of an alien is a pretty big step.
That's just taking out an enemy.
And wasn't she there for the Loch Ness fight? I think she was.
Yeah, oh, kind of, but I didn't really do much other than be there.
Literally backseat.
Well, I mean, that's when fucking... Were they completely naked, Momo and Ken?
Yeah, they were. I think they were riding the anatomical model. I'm not sure, though.
They're doing some shit. Some crazy stuff. It's wild. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Did you read that Spike's Family?
Oh, no.
No, you didn't, did you?
I didn't. I forgot. So I've read one of them. Fucking hilarious. Yours like, I'm unhappy in our relationship right as fucking Yuri walks in the door. Comedy gold, that whole chapter. And then they fucking... You were right, though. Espionage. Holy shit. At the end of that chapter.
Yep. And espionage for this whole chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I forgot about it. I meant to read it earlier. And I read Don to Don. But then I had to do something. So like, okay. And then when I went to pick you up, while you were getting ready inside, I was sitting outside. I read one of the chapters. But I guess.
Good chapter, too.
Oh, I bet it is. Considering how the last one ended with, you know, a mole, you know, being discovered and running back to the east. Right, yeah, because Lloyd's part of the west.
They're bringing information from the west to Ustinia.
Yes.
And both Lloyd and Yuri getting called in by their organizations.
And fucking your man. That whole situation.
I'm interested how she's going to play into this, because, spoiler alert, she wasn't in this new chapter at all.
Well, I kind of had a feeling because she kind of sobered up at the end because it says sobered up now. And she's like, but having no gripes is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And then she just kind of goes back
Fucks
home.
off back home.
Yeah. So she kind of resolved her own thing there. But yeah, I mean, we could talk more, but I didn't read it.
So we can't.
So we cannot. Woe is me. Woe is us. I dropped the ball.
Dude, tisk. I read everything too. I read my Black Clover chapter. I'm a big boy. And wasn't bad for once.
To be honest with you, though, the one thing that I read, we read that I just don't even fucking remember what the hell happened, was Chainsaw Man. I read Chainsaw Man the newest Chainsaw Man. last Tuesdays,
Oh,
and
it flew by. It flew by like lightning.
Let's see what even happened. Just
I feel like I could have just sprawled it on a wall and just looked across it.
Oh yeah, they
like one piece of art.
Yeah, they're just running from whatever this thing is, and
right against tentacles and shit.
The fallen devil shows up, throws a building at them.
I mean, it was cool action too.
Oh my god! But look at this.
Yes.
All right. So
before I read it, someone sent me this picture with this whole spread.
Yeah.
Like even with the bells, the whatever those are called again, the pipe, like the metal rods in the foundation.
Oh yeah.
So it sent that picture on Twitter. It was like, oh, someone pour one out for Fujimoto's assistants.
Oh. Yeah, but look at this. So 1 page, 2 page, so far 1 speech bubble. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full pages of no talking.
Look at all that spreads and
it's so absolutely amazing to look at. But then when you're, as a weekly chapter to read through it, you go through that real quick. Yeah. It's like, no, give me more. That's funny. And then just like fucking penis, man. That's all I see here. Or fingers with fucking pointy.
Gross.
Yeah, just gross. Fucking stomach monster thing. Ew. Well, yeah, that just flew by.
I fucking called it with Black Clover. I just want to say to myself that the moment they got back to fighting Lucius himself, the chapter felt good again.
Yeah. How are you enjoying your Do Retry?
I still have 1 chapter to read, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm kind of enjoying New Ace Exorcist 2. I'm 1 chapter still to read as well. I read the first 2 chapters, but I feel weird. So I don't know how it's going to go, because it's going to need some stuff to happen, dude, for it to stick around.
Oh, I have very low faith in a lot of the newer mangas hitting Jump right now.
Even this one, I'm reading it, and like part of it dragged in the middle of it, and I'm like, and even the artwork, you look at the artwork, and I'm like, okay, no, not even the artwork. The artwork is just average. It's not bad. It's not, oh my god, look at this artwork. It's a classroom with people in it, right? And when you're in a classroom setting in a school, your backdrops and all that shit is just going to be normal. It's very average. It's the same as everyone else. So your characters need to stand out. All of the characters look like they could be background characters. The only thing that makes the main character stick out is he's got a discolored thing right here, and that's it. And like even Nue or whatever, like in her like quote unquote like it's, I want to say demon, like a spirit form or whatever, has a good character design. Like her outfit's cool and she's got all the stuff, but then in her like schoolgirl outfit that she showed today, she looks literally would be a background character in some fucking other anime. It's like, every time I don't know, they just, the features don't pop out. You know what I mean? Like hairstyles, facial features, and like, I don't know, just main character-ness isn't there. And then they're just playing card games right now. Like half the chapter was them playing a card game, and I'm like,
every time I pop into there, I look at the banner, and I have to like do like a triple take of backing out and going back in to like really look at the main dude and be like, do I like this?
Of New Ace Exorcist?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird. Well, first off, you'd never know it's green.
I have to like look at it like 3 times before I can really even like see what the style is. Like I keep misseeing it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like it looks off to me the first couple times.
Yes.
I think it's because of all the red like clouds coming off of his eye too. Like it's changing the shape of his hair.
Because he has like a spirit type form too. That's kind of cool. Like,
the sword looks cool.
Yes.
The entire banner looks cool. Actually, the fact that it has the playing card format on it.
So like, see, like this is his arms like black with the white line in it. He's got these like straps on his chest and legs and stuff like that. But this is only when he activates his power, because like otherwise, see, like look how just background character all of them look. You know what I mean? Mm. The only thing that makes the main character stand out, like, is the fact that he's got that discoloration on his eye. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes because, like I said, it's new. It's only 2 chapters in, so it's kind of. I feel like I'm being a little harsh on it at the moment, but. For me, the best new fucking manga to hit is Gokuraku Guy. That shit's fucking fire. But it's monthly, and it makes me so sad. It feels like it's been forever since the chapters come out.
We're close, though.
Should be next week, no?
It's this week. 3 days, I think it is.
Yeah, 3 days. Yeah.
I checked earlier.
No, I did not.
Junior Tri's been going pretty well. They introduce him into the mafia. They have like a hazing for him where they all pretty much try to literally kill him. Like they're like swinging swords and shit at him through the streets.
Well then.
And then the 3rd chapter is him having like his first unofficial boxing match because in the one boxing club there's 140 membership cards and they don't give out more. So you gotta go get one.
So you gotta take one from someone else. Yeah, well.
Yeah, so he wins like a really dirty boxing match too. The guy like literally goes to shake his hand with like thumbtacks on his hand and then like reinforces his boxing gloves with like bricks or iron in them.
I need to get back on Undead Unlock because
I need to get on Sakamoto Days.
That was so good when I was reading it, and I'm not that far into it.
Sakamoto Days is straight flames. Unadulterated fire.
Amazing. Speaking of unadulterated fire, this week's JJK chapter.
It's pretty good.
There's one specific panel that I took a picture of that I think is extremely important. A screenshot. Let me get to my screenshots. Did you notice something here on this screenshot?
Oh, yeah. Wow. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I saw it right. Contact. He made contact with Gojo's hand.
I was wondering why it was so emphasized, too.
Yeah, because he notices, like, right off the rip. So he breaks through. I don't know if he's breaking through
or if he's covering it in, like, a simple domain. But,
yeah.
But Sukuna does look surprised, too.
And, well, Gojo's, like, looking at him, too. So I don't know, like... You know what I mean? They don't mention it. It's at the end of the chapter, too. Because as soon as they crash into this building... They wreck it, and he comes down, and he's like, Gojo's like, I'm blaming all the damage on you. But if that's true, that...
But then Maymay's broadcasting.
Oh, shit, no. I hate that. When you broadcast a fight to... Who are you broadcasting it to?
I don't know, the rest of the world?
But... Jiu-Jitsu's not known in, like... The Commonwealth.
I don't think Maymay gives a shit.
True. But whatever. Fuck it.
One of the last things that happened in Sakamoto Days, I remembered it was happening. Guy was about to shoot Sakamoto, so the guy fucking breaks his harness while they're on a loop-to-loop to jump down and choke out the guy.
Damn.
Fucking, again, Sakamoto Days is just so incredibly lit.
He's so surprised too when he just lands right in front of him.
Scoops him right out.
And just throws him off the roller coaster.
Yeah, and then proceeds to fight him on the tracks. It's just, this is chapter 7. It's Savage. Just so fucking cool.
Savage.
I need to get on that. I need to get back on Gachi Akuta. I really can't stress enough how good that was when I started it. It's the one where it's like a trash world.
Is that still going?
Oh, yeah. Oh. I was waiting for K-Manga.
That's on K-Manga? Oh, sadness.
Well, it's also on my browser.
Browsers.
Better than K-Manga.
True.
I did download it.
Did you?
I did. And I deleted it before I read a single chapter. Because I got my first free ticket. Just like one of my least favorite points on it, too. It mentioned straight up, you cannot hold on to the tickets. You can only have one ticket held at a time. I'm like, okay, whatever. Pop over to Blue Lock. Scrolling. It's redeem a ticket for a chapter. Redeem a ticket for a chapter. Then I notice, halfway through, it starts saying, cost points. I'm like, no. Don't fucking tell me. Don't fucking tell me.
You need points to read the latest chapters on top.
That was only halfway through. I keep scrolling. The price goes up as it gets newer. It went up from 69 cents to a full $1 by the time I got to the end of Blue Lock. I was like, that's when I deleted it. I said, no, go fuck yourself.
$1 a chapter?
Yep. And I can't use my tickets on those. Meanwhile, Shonen Jump, you don't even have to be subscribed to read the newest chapters for free. The first 3 chapters of every series and the last 3 chapters of every series that's ongoing are free to anyone.
I haven't. Well,
they do the middle.
Is people talking about this at all in like Twitter or anything?
No one cares about K-manga anymore. The moment they said what their monetization would be, everyone put them on flames, and then no one downloaded it. Well, out of those people, there's certainly no one going, man, good job, Kodansha. I can read all the manga I want as I throw all my money into a fire pit.
And making an app isn't cheap. And then getting all your stuff on there, they probably spent millions of dollars to make this app in the first place, just for it to flop so hard because you want to be
again if it flops
the highest of greed lords.
That's the problem with being the highest of greed lords is it only takes like 10 people to overspend to like make it profitable. It's the same as video games. They're looking for whales.
Yeah, like
looking for people that'll watch like 20 hours of fucking advertising.
Brutal.
So bad. So bad. You can suck my big fat dick. I would rather spend $15 a month for a Shonen Jump subscription if it was $15.
Which it's not. It's $3, right?
Then watch one ad on K-Manga's platform. I'm insulted enough at you trying to charge me $1 a chapter for newest chapters.
Which is ridiculous. How many subscribers do you think Shonen has? Millions, right?
Oh, probably.
I mean, even if it's only 4 million, which...
It's going to be way better than that because overseas people especially, which is what the app is mostly targeting, because people in Japan can just buy Shonen Jump probably for like $2.
Oh yeah, whatever the price of the magazine is.
Yeah, because it's not getting exported, so it's going to be way fucking cheaper than any of us would get it for.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but for overseas, that's pretty much their main way to do it. So we're talking the entire American audience, the entire French audience, the entire UK audience, play India, South America. This are serving a lot of people. I would say hundreds of millions.
I don't know if it's that high because I don't think anime and manga is popular enough to have hundreds of millions of downloads.
Plus, there's still people that are just like, I'm still just going to pirate because why not?
Yeah.
I wonder if they put out any numbers actually, though.
Unlikely. But, I mean, like, just say even if it is 2 million people, how much is it? $3?
Yeah.
A month? Something like that? $3.99 or $2.99? Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure it's still like the 3 or 4.
It's $5 million a month just in their pocket from nothing, just existing. There's no way Kodansha's... that's a number. What was that?
That wasn't Shonen Jump.
There's no way Kodansha's making that much money a month off of their model. At least I wouldn't think so. That's a lot.
You were closer. Your first guess, actually. This is February 2022 numbers. Keep in mind. But as of February 2022, the app had been downloaded 19 million times and had approximately 4.6 million weekly active users. Which is pretty much around your guess.
Nice, yeah.
That could have gone up or down by now, too.
All right, so they're making like 15 million a month. Pockets, straight into their pockets to do with whatever they want. On top, not counting whatever they're making...
on the magazine,
on the volume sales.
The volumes. Because I was about to say, then there's people like me that want to like
you
buy
can
the volumes on top of it.
You can buy volumes in the app, which is weird.
I would never do that.
Why you? Yeah, because you could download a volume, but you could just read the chapters for free. So why would you ever buy a volume through the app?
At that point, like
it doesn't make any sense to me. Oh shit! It's Monday, and I didn't watch Vinland Saga. Because I had the day off.
Hell's Paradise, so.
What? Well, I mean, it was just an episode. There wasn't anything.
I had a feeling it would be too, so I wasn't like pushing it too hard.
Oh wait, no, there wasn't an episode this week.
Wasn't?
Or it got delayed because I went to watch on Saturday and there wasn't one.
Oh, cool.
Because I remember seeing an article too saying that the episode would be delayed, but I don't know how much. It could have just been delayed a few hours, and I just saw.
I'm guessing it's delayed a week, to be honest, because I would see 3 billion screenshots from the newest episode on Twitter.
True.
And all I saw was the same post of Yuzuriha in a bath. So
manga did it better.
Manga always does it better. Literally.
Demon Slayer would disagree.
I don't know, I haven't read the manga.
I have. It's good. It's just Ufotable is just better.
That might be the only one. Because I will give you that too. I mean, I've seen pictures. It doesn't look bad, but
no,
it's not the anime.
Yeah. It's good. It's just that fucking when Ufotable turns it up, you know what I'm talking about too. Like, you know those moments that's like, oh god, the Sakuga's kicking in. Those kind of moments. You don't, you know.
I've read the Attack on Titan manga, but I'd probably put the anime over the manga from, again, just a couple panels I've seen.
I would put the Wit anime over it.
Yes.
I would say the Mappa anime looks exactly like it.
And then subtract the Warhammer tie-in, because it looked like shit.
Yeah. I just don't like any of the CGI Titans, to be honest with you.
I like either, 2D but something about being white really made the Warhammer one stand out.
Well, it is white, too. It's just unfortunate. It's dead.
Yeah.
It itself looks so different than all of the rest of the Titans.
Which gave it a real jarring feel.
Yeah.
That was really unfortunate for them, timing-wise.
For it to be in the fucking show.
The first season they take over for.
Well, that, but also it's like the Warhammer Titans probably in the manga for 3 chapters, because it's like in an episode and a half of the anime. It's like it transforms at the end of an episode. Aaron punches it in its face, and then the whole next episode he's fighting it, and then
he gets the cocoon.
The cocoon thing, and he's just got it as a cocoon for the rest of the time, and you don't see it again. It's like, okay, goodbye.
Otherwise, the mangas always do it better.
Well, because then you also don't have fucking bullshit animes putting filler in or deciding that they're going to make a season 2 and just leave out the entire story and just go their own direction.
Even just pacing and art. It's something about like the hard shading. There's so many animes that I think the art for the manga looked way better than the anime adaptation. I'd throw Naruto out there, My Hero Academia, Black Clover.
Manga does hit different, but then at the same time, anime hits different at certain other aspects.
Bleach before 1,000 Year Blood War arc.
Yeah.
There's something about that hard shading. It just looks better than.
Yeah, but at the same time, early Bleach, pre-Soul Society, that first arc, anime.
Yeah, again, I know it's just a screen filter, but it worked so good.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking exactly what I'm talking about. That haze is so good, but then they just get rid of it. It never comes back in.
Literally, here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Right when you go into Soul Society, it's like
so
there's
bright.
80 suns.
Yeah, it's
from
bright.
Every fucking angle.
It's bright always in Soul Society.
And then they come back and still no. I mean, they did. I feel like the Grimjow fight was almost had that vibe again, where they had like a little bit darker.
I would say
vibe.
I would disagree and say more Urukyo's fight.
The one in Huecamundo or the one when they first come?
Oh, okay, yes. The first Grimjow fight, yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They turned that like screen coloring down.
Yes, but the last Grimjow fight was inside of Las Noches, and it was bright as fuck.
Yeah,
when he fights Urukyo, it's on top of Las Noches, which is in Huecamundo overall, so you got the black sky. And it's super dark and despair because, you know, that's the theme of Urukyo.
By Toadsmith the first time Grimjow comes.
Yes.
Because it turned that, like, the lighting way down. Oh,
yes.
That's so good.
And even just the animation was kicked up a notch for that whole fight, too.
Oh, and you can tell, too. It almost looks like 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Yeah, they beefed up the animation for Wormjaw vs. Ichigo Phase 1.
Straight up looks like Hellverse. Like...
It was good. It was good. It's coming back soon. Next month, July.
That's another one I'll argue the anime does exceed the manga, is the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Yes, especially for the fact that circumstances provided too, just in the sense that Kubo was being rushed to get it over with.
He was burning out at that point.
He was burnt out, he's had health issues, all that kind of stuff, and now he's had time to recover, think over some stuff, but they just recently dropped a new trailer for it, because it's coming out.
Yes, I didn't watch it, but I'm just going to watch it anyways.
And we got to see that we're going to see Shinji's Bankai.
Yeah, everyone was hyping that.
Because we only ever see his Bankai in a light novel.
I already saw thumbnails for YouTube videos going to talk about the fact they're going to see Shinji's Bankai. I'm like, are you really making a whole video just being like, we're going to see it?
Well, from what I hear, it's extremely overpowered and like super hyped. I couldn't explain it to you because it's more hypnosis stuff. But then I'm like, but when you got hypnosis in the same verse that Kyokusei Getsu exists, it's like,
how hyped can I get?
Exactly. Whatever you do, I would choose.
I've seen your final form.
Better. Yeah.
And you don't have it.
Exactly.
It's like fighting a Saiyan that doesn't have Super Saiyan. Huh.
Well, I mean,
why are you even a Saiyan? You get Zenkai boost? Huh.
I mean, these days, they just throw Super Saiyan at everybody now.
Yeah, that's true. You get a Super Saiyan. And you get a Saiyan.
Every child. Oh. They've reduced Super Saiyan to a tingly sensation in the lower back.
That's one of our old school gripes, I remember. Because there's the way they start handing out Super Saiyan. And then, like, the Rasengan is a technique only one person has mastered. Oh, now you got it. Oh, now Konohamaru has it. Oh.
Yeah. Originally, it was developed by the fourth Hokage, and he taught it to Jiraiya. So those were the only two people that knew it.
Super duper hard.
Yes, and then Jiraiya taught it to Naruto, and they were the only three people that knew it. But then Konohamaru just gets it out of nowhere at fucking... doesn't Kakashi know how to... Well, I mean, Kakashi's whole spiel is copycat ninja, but...
Konohamaru is the bigger bullshit.
Yes.
Because you knew it by the Pain invasion. Because didn't he whip it out on Robot Pain?
Yes.
Oof.
I dislike Konohamaru quite a lot.
I do like his Boruto form.
I forget that you have consumed Boruto.
Consumed the dark scripts.
Yes.
I did, and he was one of the only enjoyable characters. Him, Mitsuki.
You're reaching. I see your brain twisting.
Done.
Yeah. You're reaching hard for something.
I do like Sasuke post Naruto. Sasuke and Naruto are alright. That's part of the problem with Boruto, though.
I think there are some very small tweaks that they could have made to the story at like post Naruto that would have just made the series make more sense and be more enjoyable. Sasuke coming back, he's not as emo as he used to be, but he's still pretty fucking emo.
Yeah, comparatively. I almost would have liked if they were just...
But then he came back because the whole point of the Naruto chasing him was to bring Sasuke back to the village type deal. He doesn't come back to the village. He drops his load in Sakura and then bounces. It's like, I gotta go buy some milk.
Let's come back to train Naruto's son.
Yeah.
Piccolo style.
When the story is coming back, but like, that's how old is Boruto? 12? 13?
I have no clue, actually.
Age, probably around the same age.
Stabbing him in the eye.
Yeah, around the same age Naruto was at the start of his series. So, Sasuke's been gone for 10, 12 years. What if Naruto got an arm back? Why couldn't Sasuke get an arm back?
I wish Sasuke could have some life injected into him.
That's what I mean. If you're going to bring him back, your whole point of the whole Naruto thing Naruto had 2 goals in the original story. 2.
Be Hokage, believe it. And I'm going to bring Sasuke back, believe it.
Those are the 2 things. Bring Sasuke back means bring him back and then have him... His character arc should have been wrapped up, so he should have been able to move on happily with his life, but instead he's still burdened by some things.
I gotta make up for all the shit I've done.
And then intentionally trying to handicap himself without an arm.
I just think it was so refreshing, that moment when they both lose their arm and they're laying down, and for like the first moment in ages, they both just have a candid conversation again.
Yes.
Just being themselves and reminiscing.
I keep seeing a meme. I don't know why this thing keeps showing up, but it's that exact scene where it's like they're laying there with the arms.
The blood holding hands.
Yes. Yes. But Sasuke goes, hey, you were just joking about the loser has to marry Sakura, right? And Naruto's like, nope. Fuck.
Shit.
I don't know why I've been seeing it all over the place.
Bro, really. I wanted to marry you. Don't you see our blood is holding hands, right?
You were my first kiss.
You were my first kiss, Naruto.
You too, Sasuke.
No.
Sasuke.
I'm gonna be Hokage. We can't.
I'm just mad what they did to Naruto.
Sasuke, you have to go. If you're in the Leaf Village, I'll be too tempted.
You have to leave.
You have to leave for 12 years. Make another Sharingan user, then go.
Be gone.
And he's gone again. There's my headcanon.
Whatever. I roll with it. They need to just let it end. They need to just stop milking that cow.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It just doesn't do well.
They're breeding the absolute worst fans. Please stop. Every day I just see worse and worse Boruto takes from Boruto fans.
And it just... I stand dumbfounded that they are serious.
Yeah, oh my god. Even when they're not. I hate the concept of, haha, I'm just baiting you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just pretending. Did I really convince you I'm that stupid? Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
You sure did, buddy. I'm still convinced. What was it? I think it was the first Naruto villain. And I mean the first one.
Like Zob's the first one?
No.
Or the Jonin guy?
The Jonin. Mitsuki? Not Mitsuki.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember his name, dude. Yeah, whatever. When Naruto stole his scroll.
So it's posted that, he's better than every One Piece villain.
Who says this now?
Someone on Twitter.
Oh, well,
brain rot.
There you go.
Personified.
If you're saying things on Twitter, your opinion is invalidated to me. I saw one today. Well, first off, people that try and power scale are just
the worst.
The worst. Like I showed you that screenshot. I saw a YouTube poll scrolling through, and they're like, Makima versus what's his name? Kusabe. It's the guy from Demon Hunter, the original Demon Slayer guy.
You sent me his name.
Yeah, his name's on the screenshots. Because it's
Yoichi.
The good guy. Yoichi, that's it. Kusabe is his brother. That's right. Makima slaps him so hard. Makima slaps the verse so hard.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's like people
bang, 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 bang. Because I realize either somehow, some magical way, she doesn't even see them coming, and they come in and slice her head right off. That's one person in Japan dead, and she's back.
And it doesn't matter. She's not a fiend. Is she more like Denji?
She's a devil.
She's just a devil.
Yeah,
I don't think cutting her head off would kill her anyway.
I think it has a chance to, but again,
maybe
she'll just come right back, and someone in Japan is dead now.
Exactly. But it's like...
Even if she didn't have that contract, though, it's literally like... She look like... He's coming at her. She just goes, you and you're fighting him. Yes.
And it's just like,
You can't tell me she's that scared of anyone in the verse that she can't control them. Oh, no.
No, it's
They have swords.
They're just people, guys. They don't have special powers. The effects aren't real. The authors straight up when there's fire, there's not actually fire there.
Demons don't have a chance.
No, none of them. Muzan would lose to Makima. Neg diff.
10 out of 10 times.
Makima wins. Maybe it's part because people only see her in the show anime, and they're like, "Oh, she needs to meet these special. How is she going to ram it?" No, it's just like,
how is she going to kill civilians and rub her hands together to smush Yorichi? Yorichi, you'll just cut her in half.
She's also just ridiculously strong.
Yeah,
just physically strong.
It's also crazy because they've seen her shot in the head.
Yeah, if a gun can't take her out, why do you think a sword's going to take her out? Swung in a different way, by the way, because that's all it is. There's no fire. There's no sun abilities on that sword.
You're just real good at swinging it.
Yeah, that's it.
Good breathing.
Demon Slayer is so far down on the power scale, it's not even funny.
But I mean, even the comments you're showing me, like, called it, though. They're like, everyone's voting for Yorichi, but there's not a single comment in here on his side. Like, yeah, everyone's commenting about how Makima wins. Exactly.
So people are, again, maybe they're just trolling on that. Because I saw another one about, because I saw the thing, and it wasn't a poll, it was just like a picture about how Gear 5 Luffy could fight Ultra Instinct Goku. And I'm like, in what universe?
People are getting really wild, man.
And then someone commented or something because of something like God Power or something in One Piece. I was like, that's not
all
true
he needs to do is
all.
Think he can win, and then he's suddenly able to win. I've seen all the Gear 5 conversations. These people throw Gear 5 Luffy everywhere.
Yeah, it's not... One Piece is another one, too. One Piece is not big... It's not very high on that power scale either.
The whole line, that little animation I mentioned of Luffy slapping the shit out of Naruto had me pretty convinced on that matchup.
Oh, that was funny.
He's like pulling up the ground and shit to like shoot his Rasen shurikens back and shit, like eating his Biju bombs and spitting them back out. It's fucking great.
That's hilarious.
Pew, 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 pew. No. Once I find it again, I'll send it to you.
Because people try to put Naruto's verse up there too. They're super strong. It's like people need to watch more anime.
Yeah, but then the power scalers will be like people. Speed of light can punch a mountain into tiny pieces, and
that's because it's like my thing with the power scale is when they say speed of light. First off, because they'll be like, "Oh, he covered from that distance." It's an animation, man. First off. The speed, because they try and say if you you dash away like the camera they're suddenly behind you or whatever. It's like you can be suddenly behind someone. You neg
their perception.
Yeah, you could be suddenly behind someone moving at like 10,000 miles an hour. The speed of light is like millions of miles an hour. That's a very large gap between 10,000 and millions. So you're trying to say that just because it's faster than an eye can see, which the eye can't see very fast, by the way. A bullet is faster than sound, I think. So yeah, a bullet's around 900 miles an hour. You can't see a fucking bullet, right?
Nope.
Does that mean a bullet's suddenly at light speed because you human mortal watching this anime could not follow the animations thing? Suddenly that bullet's now light speed? Fuck out of here. And then I don't trust the data books either because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just like throw things in there. They get names
wrong.
Yeah, they just throw numbers out there to just be funny.
Hunter x Hunter data books and the Phantom Troop. I know I sent you that one.
Yes, you sent it.
It was New World Review that put it out there.
So it's like, yeah, Goku, Ultra Instinct. Goku slaps Luffy. Not even close. And I love One Piece, but
nice hacks, bro. Now look at this. Super sick.
Naruto would take out the One Piece verse. There's nobody in One Piece that could fight Naruto. Just nobody. Naruto would win every single matchup you put. There's only one person actually in One Piece that could do that, and it's bullshit. It's Sugar, because first off, her power is way too strong anyway, and it has to be nerfed somehow.
I was gonna say it's not Hancock because he's only got cocks for Sasuke.
Yes, but no, Sugar, if she touches you, you turn into a toy, and everyone in existence forgets that you exist.
Well, that is pretty rough.
Yes, and the only way that power is reversed is to have her fall asleep. But she doesn't sleep. Ever. She hasn't, because she used her power on a whole lot of people, and they've been away for like 12 years, and she obviously didn't ever fall asleep in those 12 years. Usopp scares her, and she passes out, and then everyone comes back. That's really it. But then, like, they also try and describe it like when Law is fighting Kaido and Wano. Law can, like, teleport people in his room, move objects around. Someone directly asks Law, hey, why aren't you moving Kaido and Big Mom? And he's like, their haki is too strong. So you can use the same thing. Naruto's chakra would be too strong for that ability to work on him.
Plus, if we want to go with the scaling.
Yes. So it's just like Naruto beats all
and
of One Piece.
Needs touch, right? You said she has to touch you?
Oh, yeah, she has to touch you.
Oh, yeah. So
physical touch. But she's a little girl.
QB cloak, though?
Oh, yeah, true. QB cloak's pure chakra, so, I mean, you touch it, she probably burns her hand off or something. Yeah. And then
Naruto's pretty stacked nowadays.
Oh, yeah, he takes out the One Piece verse. I still stand by that Ichigo takes out the Naruto verse, though.
Yeah, I stand by that, too.
And then Goku takes out the Bleach verse. And then Saitama just rolls up and just says, okay. And then goes back to shopping.
Then Makima comes in and wins.
No. I don't know. It's just... People just like to see who would win between fights. And I'm like, you'd realize that all these people would be, like, best friends, right? Like, Goku and Luffy are literally the same people.
I don't mind head-cannony fights. I hate when they bring math into it. That's really where they start losing me.
You know what the problem is? You know where the problem comes from? Death battle. They started this. They started this bullshit.
The momentum of the attack would be this much because there's over this much space when you scale it up.
That's hilarious. This is amazing. You should do this on TikTok. Yeah. Oh, he just ate the Rasengan. Luffy wins.
It's not even the only one either. Wow, they did multiple of those. That one didn't even have the ground thing or the Biju bombs.
I'm like so amped. You know, Toei is teaming up with Warner Brothers to make that fight.
Oh, shit.
When Luffy goes Gear 5.
All cartoon on everyone's asses?
Yeah.
Makes sense to go to Warner Brothers.
I hope they... Well, I mean, I'm sure you've seen manga panels because you've seen stuff like that, so...
I mean, not too many, to be fair. Everyone always just shares that same picture.
That's the first time we see him.
Yeah.
That's like... the release of Gear 5, but I mean, he goes pretty wild, but I'm just worried that because like if they get Warner Bros. And you get like Wile E. Coyote type stuff,
did they play it too straightish?
They put too much onto the Warner Brothers side and pull it too far out of the One Piece side. You know what I mean? I'm worried about that, but we're just hoping that I think her name is I forget her name, but she made the ultimate One Piece episode.
So there's probably people in Warner Brothers that are big One Piece fans, though. Like I'm sure.
Yeah. Megumi Ishitane. I hope that everyone wants her to be the director of the Gear 5 stuff. Because One Piece episode 1015 is the single greatest episode of One Piece ever. The cinematography in that shit, I mean, dude, just the whole episode in itself could stand, like, I know I fanboyed in a little bit and maybe just a little bit, but like in terms of like anime episodes of all time, I'm not saying it's the top, but it would be considered in like the discussion of best anime episodes, like just singular episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't say, just there's a lot to go into that kind of discussion. But if you were talking about
best, a lot of metrics to.
Yes. If you were just saying, best anime episodes of all time,
Promised Neverland episode 1.
Like, that's a good one. One Piece 1015 would be there. I'd say that Lelouch's death episode, that would be one of them. You know what I mean? There's a few. I'm just I'm not prepared for this conversation. This is out of nowhere, but you know what I mean. That's
Revy killing all the Nazis. Black Lagoon.
Well, I mean, any time a Nazi's being killed is a good time. But no, it's like this, the cinematography, the fucking animation quality in this episode is just chef's kiss of the highest order.
Kakashi versus Obito. Shikamaru and his dad.
But is that a whole episode or is that a moment? Because I'm talking the entire 24 minutes of this episode, start to finish.
I didn't watch either of those Naruto episodes. Yeah. You'd know better than me.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. The last Naruto episode.
You saw the Shikamaru and his dad thing.
Oh, when his dad died, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that, well, yeah, because pacing in that episode would be hard. It'd be just like any other One Piece episode at the time.
Yeah, it's literally in the thick of something.
Yeah, because it's... And also at that time, the manga was still ongoing, so Naruto's doing the same thing that all the others were doing at the time. Extending certain scenes.
Fluffing it out.
Fluffing it to not catch up to said manga. Bleach was bad, though. When Bleach got, like, canceled the anime, it was... The 1,000-Year Blood War arc, dude, was maybe... I mean, it had to have been like 10 chapters ahead of the anime.
Damn.
When Bleach anime got canceled, yeah. It was fucking... Because it was weird reading the full break arc while it was also being animated. And the full break arc is not long. I remember that shit. Because that's why when it got canceled, I was like, it's probably... Like, when it first happened, a lot of... us fans thought it was just going to be temporary because like it was just way too close. One Piece settled in its groove to be, well, groove, not necessarily a good thing in this sense because One Piece anime.
It's a slow groove.
It's a slow groove, yes. One Piece will One Piece will never catch up to itself because it's got to the point where it's adapting one chapter, one episode type deal. And that can be bad.
Yeah.
When you get like a chapter like this chapter of like Chainsaw Man. Imagine trying to take that whole chapter and make one whole episode out of it.
It would ruin the fight for sure.
So there's a lot of One Piece
running up a tentacle for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, One Piece does a lot of long standoffs.
Oh.
In the anime. So like
Tumbleweed.
But that I would definitely say, because you actually talking about this, you said earlier the manga does it better. One Piece manga does it better in every avenue except Wano.
When they finally decided, hey, let's use all this money we have.
Wano anime is definitely a better experience than, in the sense that you get more fleshed out details in the anime. This, like, it's still, I'm not gonna say, because I'm sure you've seen scenes.
You've showed me scenes.
The quality of the quality of animation in One Piece for the Wano art. It's only in Wano too.
I was like, what do you mean?
Has stepped it up. That's not every episode, all episode long. Those are clips from a lot of different episodes.
I had a feeling.
The base level
like it still looks better because I have seen some like we're standing around moments. Here's a picture of all the Straw Hats moments.
There's just the base. Look at me.
Just something about the color palette they're using alone looks better than they were doing.
Yeah, it's just better overall. And then there's a lot of...
They unoldified themselves.
Yes. The entire Odin flashback is fucking phenomenal. There's no bad animation in that because they could do whatever they wanted in that type deal, in the sense that they didn't have to... There was enough content in it where they didn't have to stretch it out and do weird shit like... They didn't have to do the filler in the episode.
They didn't have to have someone stare for 10 minutes and then flash between two faces staring.
There's still some of that in like the beginning, like Act 1 of Wano.
Yes. Let's begin.
When they're first getting started in Udon, and then when they're in that one village, I forget what its name is, but whatever. But then each fight, the Sanji fight that just happened, they add scenes in it. You know what I mean? They add like fluff thing. They add like the Raizu Fukurokuji fight that's happening right now.
Those are words.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got that out.
That was smooth.
It was. I was worried when
damn.
my brain was fighting that right there. That fight's all 3 pages in the manga, and we're so mad about it because they're the ninjas, and we wanted because Kishimoto and Oda are such good friends.
I was saying, it's just Oda confirming that they would slap the ninjas.
Well, if the ninjas were anything like these ninjas, they're not very impressive. When we first meet the ninja for the first time, he's fucking awesome in the sense that it's like comedic gold and it's just like a good story beat, but it's not anything fight wise to get over. But One Piece Wano, watch the anime, but also read the manga because the art is fucking those spreads.
Someday.
Yes, that's right.
I do think this might be harsh, and I'm definitely going to exaggerate. I think One Piece has some of the worst manga covers in the business. I think they're good for what they do, which is packing a lot of characters into the cover, for sure.
To be honest with you, I don't really see the covers ever.
Yeah,
like volume covers.
Online, yeah.
I don't.
Just because I've been thinking about covers lately, because a lot of people throwing around the praise for Sakamoto Days covers, which are fire.
Yeah, that's one thing that I just never see. I like cover stories that I like that One
I
Piece
also
does.
like the cover stories.
Those are great.
Oda does.
I think that not everyone should do it, but I think that more people should adopt that.
JJK could use them right now.
It's
something
a great
lighthearted.
Because for a while, One Piece does like just some bullshit things, like this thing. But then there's some cover stories is like, this is what this person has been doing.
This is what Anel's been doing. This is what Django, the hypnotist from Usopp's Island, because he was the longest time. He was the only cover story I actually paid attention to.
He's in the Marines now.
It was him, Wapple, and Rayton. I think it's going to be Enel eventually. Very soon.
Enel's coming up, yep.
Right now it's Ace, where I am. It's what Ace has been doing.
Yes, there's a few shots of him, because you'll get more in depth of what he's doing in the manga.
Yeah, this is just for funsies.
Yeah.
It's his search for Blackbeard is the literal title for it.
I didn't realize too, because it's been so long that the Blackbeard Ace stuff gets mentioned so early too. When Chopper's introduced.
I thought they have their confrontation in the Alabasta arc.
No, that's just when you meet Ace for the first time.
Okay, because I was about to say that didn't happen. So I've been.
No, you haven't.
Is it Sabody that it's going to happen?
No, it's before that even.
Huh.
Which is probably soon for you.
Yeah, I was thinking it's got to be soon.
Because time-wise, it either has already happened or is happening. Because it happened. Because what's going on is Blackbeard wants to become one of the 7 warlords. That's part of his plan. He needs to become the 7 warlords because of something he wants to do next, which is what he does during Marineford's happening.
Yeah.
He uses that as a distraction to do his own thing. And I'm not going to spoil what he does. But to become a warlord, you need to basically
I know what Law did to become...
We know what Law did, but we still don't know what Law did because they bring it up still to this day. It's called the Rocky Port incident, and him, Blackbeard, and fucking Kobe were all involved in it.
Oh, wow.
Kobe came out being called the hero of the Rocky Port incident. Blackbeard became...
I just meant bringing the 100 pirate hearts.
Yes, but it happened at Rocky Port, and that's all we know. And we know Law became a warlord, Blackbeard became a Yonko, and Kobe became like a hero of the Marines. So we're like, what the fuck happened at Rocky Port? But he was going to catch Luffy, Blackbeard. He was going to catch Luffy, but Luffy went to Skypiea. So he the blast upstream or whatever it's called.
I do think I saw them kind of like ruminating and be like, where did they go?
Yeah, because Blackbeard was coming after him, and then they blast off to Skypiea, and Blackbeard can't follow him.
Fuck it.
So then Blackbeard decides to do his own thing, continue on, and Ace finds Blackbeard. So he's like, well, I guess I'll just catch you instead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their fight. So it happens, you'll see it either, I just don't remember when it happens. If it happened, it happens after, because you'll meet Garp in Water 7. So you'll do Water 7 and his lobby, Return to Water 7, then you'll see that. Because then they go to Punk Hazard. Not Punk Hazard.
Sabody?
No. Throwbark.
Yes.
Then, right from that, it's Sabody.
Archipelago.
Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford. But then it's like Sabody through the Marinefords, all just each event is what triggered the next one type thing. So it's all like they're like their own individual sections, but they're all pushing the same narrative of go get Ace once he finds out, because he finds out about Ace's capture on Amazon Lily after Sabody. Yeah, but that's really it. I mean, there's nothing else really to talk about with One Piece other than if we were going to talk current events, which there's a lot to talk about there, but you're not anywhere close to current events. So.
I am in-universe years away from current events.
Yeah. But on the other hand, you were saying something about 20th Century Boys.
Oh, I'm dying to start it.
I know nothing about it.
I know incredibly tiny bit about it. That's about of like a group of school friends. A group of school foos. A group of like school friends that had their own little group going.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second here. Because you're saying this, and now I feel like I know this. 20th Century Boys manga series?
It's from the writer...
of course it's not a fucking Image.
It's from the writer of Monster.
Oh, is that... Oh, yes. Wow.
So later in their life, after they grow up, there's this cult leader / group leader using the symbol from their little children's group that they had together. And that's literally all I know about it. I know it's like a mystery-ish.
So it's as if it's one of the boys?
Yeah, so...
Could be this guy? Or someone found their shit and just you using it as a cult leader. It's kind of wild.
Hey, that's the volume I had.
This
Up
one?
a little bit more. Up a little bit more. That one.
This one?
Blue one.
This one.
Yes.
Nice.
And his name is Friend.
His name?
The cult leader dude.
This guy.
Yeah, he's Friend.
That's like super scary looking. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, that's like good. Like 50% of the reason I'm like, that's just fucking cool looking. And that's literally all I know about it. So
I like really want to start reading Berserk. So I'm just gonna probably start buying.
So I'll really start getting those vagabonds so we can
swap them,
and we can talk about it on our podcast.
Gosh darn
it!
I don't know. I had a thought about it, but yeah, I know. Oh, I know, because I finished buying. I finally got in the last Tolkien book, so nice. I now have the complete set. Every book pertained to the Lord of the Rings that he wrote. There's other books.
You have a full Tolkien.
I have a full Tolkien, yes. On top of 4 other books related to it that weren't written by him, I have it's almost like an atlas book. It's just a book of maps of illustrated by Alan Lee. He's a famous illustrator of Lord of the Rings. So I have a book of maps by him. I have it's another hard copy. I forget what it's called though. It's like the Peoples of Middle Earth. No, that's an actual book, I think. I don't know. I have another book that's by someone else. That's like a compilation of the worlds or something like that. And then I have 3 books about if I ever decide to put any effort into it about speaking and writing Elvish.
Nice.
I have an entire the Gateway to Sindarin. I have a runes book that has the alphabets of every known language that Tolkien wrote an alphabet for or made an alphabet. So if I wanted to, I could go in and look up the alphabet and write whatever I want because I can just reference the page, right?
Yeah.
You see the whole alphabet laid out for you, but then you get into the intricacies of the things of like, if you're writing a TH, it's a different symbol than writing out a T and an H. or if you're using it in this word, it might be a different, you know what I mean? The phonetics of the language.
All the stuff that makes English hard.
Yes. And I saw there's a TikTok guy that, well, I think he's on TikTok. He's on YouTube Shorts. That's how I don't have TikTok.
Yeah.
I go through YouTube Shorts and Facebook Shorts, and it's all just re-uploads of TikToks, I assume. But he is a French guy. He wears this like a jean vest that has a bunch of patches on it, and he speaks at least French and English, and I think he speaks like one or two other languages too, because he does skits about how shit those languages are, you know, structured, especially I mean, I say especially English, but I only speak English, so I only really know. I'm sure there might be another language out there that's worse off than English, maybe, but the more I see it, though, it's like, yes, why isn't why are those two words spelled the same way, other than the first letter, but they sound completely different?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I'm just drawing a blank now, but you know what I mean? Like, well, first off, there, and there. Yep. Where. Is there three wheres? Read, red.
Read, red.
Yeah. Bullshit. Language sucks. But yes, now that I have that whole collection of books now.
Start hitting Berserk.
Yes. I also need to find the time to read them all. But I also have my entire life for that, because it's a hard copy thing that's forever with me type deal. You know what I mean? So it's not like... but for me too, it's just like an accomplishment. Like, I just liked having it hard, like a physical thing.
Big same.
For Lord of the Rings. So, and Berserk is just such a timeless thing that's like, I kind of feel like I have to buy. I feel like reading it on a physical version would just be a superior means than to read it on a screen. You know what I mean?
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Because I really don't know that much about Berserk other than like what's been animated. Like, I know like details of like the
Eclipse?
the what were they called?
Band of the Hawk?
Yes.
Hey.
I know some details of that because I know him and Griffith were friends, but then Griffith sells his soul to be.
I know some
for power.
I know a lot of little tiny bits and pieces. Like, I know about his life before that. Actually, I know very little about his time in the Band of Hawk. I know a lot about the Eclipse. I know some about the stuff after it.
I know almost nothing about anything after it.
I know like all of the gruesome scenes. I've seen like pages of.
Yeah. People getting ripped apart and demons and blood and...
Yeah. Sexual assault.
Yes.
Yeah.
R words and stuff.
Yeah.
It gets pretty intense.
And just a lot of badass action shots of guts.
Yes. But I know, like, next to nothing of what happens later. You know what I mean? So it's like, cool. I still have, like, a story to read. I know zero.
They just put out another chapter. So they are continuing it to some degree.
I know because 14 of the deluxe volumes are out.
I mean, like, just like within the last month, put out a Berserk chapter.
Cool. I mean, as long as they have some, I don't know the details of however it ended, where Miura ended it. You know, where he put his last pen to page on how much of the story was left when he put his last thing in. But you know, I hope they at least. I would hope that they would at least bring some kind of closure. I wouldn't just leave it hanging open.
End.
Yeah.
An actual end.
Even if you have to wrap it up in 10 chapters, just be like, you know, steamroll it to the end, take some corners. Just so, you know, some kind of closure.
Not too many, fans. Though. Because that's also the fear with someone else taking over, is straight up ruining it. Like, take your time if you need to.
But
find
it's
that
like,
perfect middle ground.
Because the editors have to be aware of what's going to happen in some regard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, for instance, One Piece editors, at least one of them knows what the One Piece is. I know that much because I remember
they were each given one piece of the puzzle.
Because I remember him saying how I was watching a video of someone made a video about it because he made a tweet one time. Lord knows I didn't see it on Twitter. Someone made a video about it on how for that editor's birthday that year, Oda had told him what the One Piece was. So
the friends you made along the way.
Oda has come out and said it will not be that.
Oh God.
There will be a physical treasure waiting for them. So hopefully the Berserk editors, somebody would know. Because you'd think too, like, if I was writing a story, whether it be a book, drawing a manga, a web novel, a light novel, whatever it is, I'd be telling my wife all about it, you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you would think close family, unless they also didn't wanted to read it as is, so like, I want to experience it as you write it.
Don't give me spoilers, bro.
Yeah.
Don't spoil the manga you're making.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll read it. I know zero about Vagabond, and I
also know zero about Vagabond, except for stuff I could have gleaned from my own knowledge, like, he'll fight Kojiro Sasaki someday. Duh, he's Musashi Miyamoto.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. I knew that since I played my very first fucking Samurai Warriors games.
Musashi Miyamoto is the greatest samurai to live.
I've always been a Kojiro Sasaki fanboy from Samurai Warriors, so I'm excited to see what his portrayal in Vagabond.
I hear he was a dick, but I could be wrong. I don't want to talk negatively about a historical figure and find out that he was actually a cool dude.
I've seen 2 adaptations of him. I've seen Samurai Warriors, and I've seen Record of Ragnarok. So I'm excited for
I've also seen a third one, but that shouldn't count. He's totally the dude that guards the shrine in Fate.
No, that does count. I loved him in that.
You did, but
he was
come
super
on.
good. He had
it's
one good
Fate,
fight.
Though. He did have a really good fight against Saber, which was bullshit that she even won that fight because he had that in the bag.
That fight was, oh man, now that I remember it too, that was such a good fight where he does like the 3 slashes at once.
Yes.
That's a really good adaptation of him.
Yes.
That might be my favorite of the 3.
But of all things to take historical account for, Fate is not one of them.
No.
He's fighting King Arthur, who is a woman there, which I'm fine with. But
fun fact too, Fate is what made me look up Joan of Arc in real life.
Oh, she got done dirty in real life.
Yeah, she did.
Got done real dirty. It's funny though, because there's 2 King Arthurs,
and they really only show her worst moment in Apocrypha too. Like they don't really go over Joan of Arc's life. They go over her burning at the stake, and that's about all they cover.
Yeah.
Then again, they had 14 characters to go over at least, so I also don't blame them.
No, right? But yeah, so
Samurai Warriors had a very interesting interpretation. He was very like drag queeny and very like effeminate and flamboyant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just heard he was just like, I don't remember where I heard it. It's just for some reason I just have that in my mind. I just heard that he came out as like an egotistical person. You know what I mean? He had a big ego because your name's.
He also lived by the sword.
Name. Yes, but I also feel like Musashi won by like underhanded tricks or whatever.
He did in Samurai Warriors. I remember the cutscene very distinctly of them fighting, actually. I love that cutscene. I rewatched it so many times. He ends up winning the fight by, like, kicking up a plank of wood to, like, get the final blow in.
Yeah. But hey, listen, if you're fighting to the death, anything fucking goes. Yeah. I don't care what you do. Plus, there's no... Everyone wants to say
I love using your environment.
Yeah, if you're to the fight to the death, dude, if you want to talk in, like, a duel of honor that you're not going to kill each other, you're just going to see who's better.
Then history's in the hands of the winner.
Yes.
Guy. You got to live to make history.
Exactly. History's written by the victor.
Yeah.
It's like who says it? Where hold on, let me think. Who? Oh, it's actually in Final Fantasy 14. There's a villain that comes up, and his exact words were something like come let us do battle, and the victor become history's hero.
Yep.
Because history is written by the winners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
your honor don't matter if you die.
exactly. So if you're fighting to the death, get those ball shots in. Yeah. Gouge out that eyeball.
Bite. Fighting then, I go exclusively for the balls.
Bite that throat off. Do what you gotta do. I don't know, because I'm really, 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 really fucking enjoying Vinland Saga right now.
It's got you thirsting for that manga?
Well, thirsting for more story. Just regardless. So, and again, earlier today I saw another one of someone, this one less so. It was just, they brought up, two people were having a back and forth, so I read the whole back and forth in the comments, and it was very cordial and nice to see on an online thread. Someone was just expressing, they're like, I don't know, man. I know it's not liking season 2 as much. I was expecting more of what season 1 was. And that's just not what Vinland Saga is. Vinland Saga is the story of a pacifist.
I've been seeing a lot less rational people saying that.
So, but he wasn't expressing, he wasn't saying it was shit. He was just expressing how he was wishing that there was more of that. And then the other person that was replied to him was just saying, that's okay. It's okay to have that opinion, but this is what the author wanted. But it's more of a character-driven story, really. This, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm digging season 2 a lot, and I've seen manga panels. Panels, just screen caps, and I'm just like, the art's just amazing. The story's digging it, and I've always, for years, have wanted to read the big seinens, which there's really 4, the big 3 of seinen, but it's really the big 4 because the Vinland Saga, Vagabond, Berserk, and Kingdom. Yeah. But Kingdom is so fucking long.
Sure is.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's not translated into English for physical release.
Well, it's got to be somewhere because I'm sure one of the streamers, one of the YouTubers I watch for anime and stuff like that, he's a big Kingdom guy, so he reads it somewhere, right? Because I know he doesn't speak. Well, I don't know, but I've never seen him ever give off the impression that he would speak Japanese or any other language there be. But I've expressed interest in Kingdom, but I also really know little about it. I know that's more. Isn't that more about the 3 kingdoms shit?
Kinda, yeah. And
it's more China than
it's all China.
Yeah,
it is China.
Yeah, just straight up. China.
Each of those seinen is a different setting,
which is funny. Yeah, because
Japan, China, dark fantasy, Europe,
Norse. Yeah,
Scandinavia.
Yeah. But I want to read them all. Maybe not all of them. Kingdom is because I don't really.
That's the seinen I want to read.
Everyone says.
Oh,
I've never heard anyone say bad things about Kingdom. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's the seinen I want to read. Dorohedoro.
Well, you're already reading it. That's volume 8, right?
Yeah, and I have 9.
So
out of 24.
There you go. Is that a leaf cover?
Yes.
That's dope.
Thank you.
I like that.
Bring it up with me everywhere.
Yeah, I just never noticed the flap was a leaf. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Just seinen, man. I want to get into it.
Seinen, bro.
But I've never heard anyone say bad things about Kingdom, but I know it's really long. It's 700 and some odd chapters. So if any of them I would get into, that would be the last one.
My problem with reading Vagabond is I know it's never going to end.
It's never going to end?
It's never going to end.
Why do you say that?
It's been on hiatus for a while. It's been on hiatus he wrote an entire other manga.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, it makes sense because they've been around forever. So
I want to say he's the guy that did Slam Dunk.
That's quite the difference in
yeah.
genres, but
There's Takehiko Inoue.
Yep. Best
Slam
known
Dunk,
for
Vagabond,
Slam Dunk.
Real. Yep, Real is the one that came out after Vagabond, and Vagabond is still on hiatus. Slam Dunk is like super anime basketball, where Real is like handicapped people playing basketball. I heard it's actually like
it's been on hiatus since 2015.
Yeah.
No, I thought that said 88 for a second.
Now go click Real. See when Real started.
Oh.
See where it's ended.
Where do you see that?
When you go back to the author.
Oh, yeah. Takehito Inoue.
And then on the right, notable works.
Real.
Let's see those dates.
99 to present.
Yeah.
No, so. Wow. This dude stays busy too. From what I understand, what people are saying too, Slam Dunk is like
the basketball series.
Well, the sports series to read, I guess. But sports, man, I don't have any interest in sports in the first place, so it's hard for me to keep my interest in it.
I thought the same, but then I evolved into a higher being, grew my eyes and wings, and read some fucking Blue Lock. And became a better person for it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Better person for it? When was the last time you read a Blue Lock chapter?
I know, I was waiting for K-Manga.
Well, K-Manga failed you, so get back on your fucking web browser.
Another game to watch, which is kind of great, though.
True, yes. It is, I mean,
This is, just like regular Ragnarok.
It's like you fall off for a while, and you're like, damn, I fell off. But now I got so much to read type thing. Yeah. So it's like it's a double-edged sword kind of thing.
Just like regular Ragnarok, it's going to be better to take it in bursts. I've been considering starting Haikyuu though. Like I genuinely like it enough that I'm like maybe other sports.
I heard good things. That's the volleyball, right?
Yeah.
I heard good things about that too.
It's a lot of people's favorite sports series. So I'm like, if there's anywhere else to jump onto.
Yeah, it's rated pretty high. That I've seen anyway. I mean, another one of those things I haven't heard any bad things about.
And I like volleyball. It's a good sport.
I will never watch anything or read anything about golf.
Oh no! You're not gonna watch Birdie Wing?
I don't know what that is.
It's the golf anime where the woman joins like a golf mafia and they do golf on like mechas and shit.
Sounds horrible.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a pretty good pitch to me.
Yeah, but it's about golf.
It is still about golf, yes.
It's just there's just nothing more boring to me than golf.
It's pretty bad. Sorry. I think baseball's pretty fucking boring, though.
Yes, but I also feel for baseball players and fans because in one sense,
stand so long.
Well, no, not even that. But yes, but the umpires in baseball have way too much power. It's a weird take, but they just control. They shouldn't exist with the amount of cameras and everything, because umpires stand at like the bases and behind the catcher they call the pitch and they call strikes in this thing. They have computers now. The cameras can tell if something's
exactly where.
Yeah, because they put the digital on screen square to tell if it's a strike or not. They'll have someone sit behind that screen and they'll fucking tell you every fucking.
It's the only umpire you need.
Exactly. They'll tell you because there've been so many that. Because baseball to me isn't as boring, but I would never watch it.
It's pretty fucking boring.
I like watching, like if I come across a baseball like TikTok or YouTube short of historical events that happen. Like if you want to take a minute to cover something awesome that happened in the sport or really any sport, really. You can keep my attention long enough to, that's cool, and then I'll swap away. A whole fucking game, not in your life. Yeah. But there was an umpire that messed up someone's pitcher's perfect game.
Damn.
Because of a bad call. And video footage later showed that no, he did pitch a perfect game. The umpire was just wrong. Called a bad call. Or like if someone is, they can throw games, they can call someone safe that was out, which would have ended the game, but because that person's safe, the next batter hits a home run. You know what I mean?
When, again, cameras could fix that, too.
Exactly. And then cameras do fix it later, but then umpires have their own little ego thing that they don't want to admit when they're wrong type thing, so they stick with their call instead. There's way too much ego involved in umpires, and they get mad over stupid shit and throw people out of the game. They have the power to kick somebody out. And it's like, why are we talking about baseball? Get the fuck off baseball.
It's the worst. I hate it.
I would never watch a baseball. You know what good baseball is? Fucking Angel Beats baseball. See a baseball.
Jujutsu Kaisen baseball.
Oh yes, that was a good baseball too. But Angel Beats baseball, sad face.
Yeah.
Sad face thing. Anyway, soccer, Blue Lock, Haiku. I'd watch maybe the anime way
I
before.
like volleyball again.
I wouldn't read. I don't think I'd read Haiku's manga. I just don't
manga's
think
always better, so I would. Blue Lock especially drove home me thinking that.
Well, Blue Lock started off hard in the anime, but then later it just like
It's like literally every episode was like a downgrade. Like the first episode was really good, and it slowly slid the budget down.
And then they had that like one kick each episode to make you kind of stay in there for a little bit. But then you realize in hindsight afterwards, you're like, wait a minute, that's a lot of still frames in that kick. So it's really just the author's artwork that you redrew and put color in.
Because, like, granted, they didn't fuck up any, like, of the story or anything. Like, they're still following the manga, but just pacing-wise is so much better in the manga. I just blast through all that shit, and it looks so good. Blue Lock's art goes so hard. And then the anime, I see borrows little shitty little chop cuts that have like no oomph to them at all. It's like a soft little pap. When in the manga, it's like he's stomping his foot down and that ball's shooting to the side. Like it's bad when I feel more force and movement from the manga than the anime. That's where it really got me.
I don't know. You got some things to do before I jump on that train.
I know. That's why I didn't say.
I'm going to hold you to it.
That's why I didn't say hop on it or anything. I know I got work to do.
But any work you're going to do is going to take a back burner soon, though, right?
Yep, because Diablo. 3 days as of this recording.
3 days.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you something about that hardcore race. Yeah, the whole prize, actually. The first 1,000 people to
get their name on a Lilith statue.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, I watched a video about it.
Maybe that's why I didn't mention it. It's because you told me you watched a video about it.
You, I swear, I think you linked a video to me about it, didn't you?
I don't think I linked it.
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure you did, because I wouldn't have... Maybe I did click... No, I think I clicked on it.
Was a very recent video.
I probably clicked on an Aspen video.
Yeah. That's where I heard about it. Because the controversy is the fact that it's kind of pay to win, since people that pay $20 extra on their pre-order get 4-day early access.
Yeah, but let's be real. The only hardcore... Oh, God, I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, the only people that are going to be playing hardcore and make it to 100 are probably people that pre-ordered the deluxe edition.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So...
Yeah, I'd be more worried playing this one hardcore than the other ones, to be honest. I've died in the beta. So.
Well, especially now that they mention the hardcore, it's just going to be a bloodbath because everyone's going to be trying to kill other people.
Well, only certain zones are.
You're going to have to pass through those zones to get there, I'm sure.
I don't know, because I don't know if they're going to force you into PvP zones or if they just kind of put it there.
Because it's just hardcore. Complete the game, right?
Yeah,
because hardcore, you die, game over. You start a new character from the beginning. In fact,
they just said level 100. First 1,000 people hit level 100 on hardcore.
I thought it was 100 people.
I think it's 1,000.
Either way, that's still a small number for a large number of people. They're going to try and go for that. But yeah, I mean, farming out it's just going to be finding the best, safest farm spot.
Yeah,
to get to 100.
Which can be anywhere too. The game pretty much scales with you, so.
Yeah, so you just got to find one decent spot that has like a bunch of enemies in it, I guess, and just
kill the shit out of them.
Kill the shit out of them.
Find a good dungeon that you like.
Yeah, and just spam the fuck out of it.
Maybe find a dungeon that's really close to like a world event that you like doing, and just.
That'd be really boring though. To farm out 100 levels, just speed running. I would never do
in the
that.
safest ways possible.
Yeah, so that you don't die. Which maybe not take
This
on
is
a world
why
boss.
I hate that they're doing it right out the gate, because I'm not going to fight a world boss on a hardcore race to level 100. I'm not experiencing the game the way it was fucking made to be experienced anyway.
I'm just worried more about...
Season 0.
Yeah, I was just worried more about world bosses in general.
I wouldn't touch them like that.
Well, no, just hardcore or not. Just their time... I really hope that... First, if that thing's level 25, is he going to always be level 25 even in the thing, or is he going to scale to you?
For that one.
And all the other world bosses, you know what I mean? But it's like, if they only spawn once a week, and I don't think Blizzard's the type of company that gives a fuck about your work schedule.
I don't think so either, to be fair.
So...
Very simple solutions. Just have them rotate which day of the week. Because let's say, I'm assuming this is a lot of assuming that's about to be hitting you. I'm assuming there's going to be a world boss per each act area, and that they each spawn one day a week, probably on different days of the week. I'm hoping they just shuffle those days once in a while. You know what I mean?
Or just have the spawn window 6 days instead of 7.
Yeah.
All of them. So
that way it cascades.
Yes. But again, it's Blizzard, so I just don't have hopes for that.
I'm sure they could, maybe in like a couple seasons, though.
Yeah, maybe. But also, Blizzard's not... There's a lot of people that complain to Blizzard, and they don't give a fuck to change things. There's other companies that under complaint of their customer base. They're like, oh, let's change this for the customer. Blizzard is not that company.
Also not Path of Exile.
Oh, you know what else happened since last PlayStation Access happened? Did you watch any of that?
PlayStation Access? Yeah.
The showcase?
I wasn't terribly impressed.
I saw a few games that looked cool. Well, first, did you see the Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man looked good.
That looked fucking dope. Fucking Venom suit looks awesome. Miles Morales. Because I didn't play the Miles Spider-Man game.
I didn't either because it looked like a DLC.
It was a full game, but... So, to me, I never played him, so seeing him in this trailer, it's like, oh, he looks fun to play, because you're going to be playing both of them, so... That was dope. Fucking... Stellar Blade, I've known about. I took a screenshot because I wanted to make sure I remembered it. That looks fun.
Weirdly enough, Ghost Runner 2 is the one I was kind of eyeballing. And I didn't even play Ghost Runner 1. In fact, I shat on somebody that was hyping it. But 2 especially looked good. Ghost Ruler.
I don't think Runner. Oh, of course, Ghost Running.
I can't believe it ruined your results so hard, though. My God.
It really did.
That's brutal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing this. But
yeah, it's the game where you can't get hit.
If you get hit, you die?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a lot of like bike sequences and shit that added into this one. It just looks really good.
The new... This one, Rise of the Ronin. I think this is 2022 reveal. I think that was the game. Because there was a samurai game that was in it that looked cool.
Yeah.
But I was like,
damn,
another...
Yeah.
Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah, there's a samurai game in there I wasn't 100% convinced on. Because the animations looked really pre-animated, like not practical. You know that one where he stabs the guy and kicks the guy behind him?
I think I know what you're talking about, yes. Oh, where's that? Samurai game, look at that. Oh, of course it comes up with Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I don't know. It's, but I'm like... Rise of...
I think it's that one.
Yeah.
Phantom Blade Zero is another one.
But I'm like... I heard that... what do you call it? Ghost of Tsushima is going to have a second one, so I'm like...
We're just getting too many samurai games now.
Yeah, exactly. Too many. It's gonna be. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, Rise of the Ronin.
I don't think this was the one I was criticizing.
Maybe this wasn't it.
No, there could have been multiple.
Yeah, because I think there was one because I've known about this one.
There's the one where he was like really flingy around with the sword, like.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think that was this one.
And I don't want to just say that it's Rise of the Ronin and have it not be that. You know what I mean? But oh, look at that. A perfect thing. Oh, I was super surprised to see there's going to be another Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah, it was Phantom Blade 0.
Yes.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that was like, that one didn't convince me. That one looked very...
Yeah, because I was like, another one that's...
and janky.
Yeah, because I was like, all right. Yeah, because I was like, there's Rise of Ronin coming out, and Ghost of Tsushima 2 is rumored, and now you're going to come out with another samurai game? It's like...
Not to mention the past years, because we had Ghost of Tsushima, we had...
Sekiro.
Yep.
And
which one? They both won Game of the Year in their respective years.
Neo.
Yep, Neo 1 and 2. We've peaked on this, guys.
Yeah.
Give it some time.
Ghost of Tsushima is just gonna I can't say for Rise of Ronin if it's or whatever, but Ghost of Tsushima is just gonna overshadow all of them. So it's like, I love samurais too, guys, but
calm down.
Make a ninja game of this level. There? You know what I mean?
There was.
Just said the Metal Gear Solid remake, which has a lot of question marks.
Is it a remake? Because it just says Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Well,
is it? It's a cinematic trailer. It shows not.
The cinematic trailer makes it seem like it's a remake because just the quality alone, that's not a remaster. Like
or
that's not
just
a new coat of paint. But at the same time, it's Konami. Like.
Is the Metal Gear Solid universe over? Is it not something that could have just Metal Gear Solid?
The director / creator doesn't work with them anymore. What's his face?
I know his name too because I know a guy that loved him and would mention his name as many possible. Kojima, yes.
Yeah. Yes. He's doing Death Stranding now, away from them.
So Kojima's not even doing this?
No, he has no involvement with them. In fact, he hates them.
Oh boy.
Konami has been in like a serious downward spiral down the drain as a game developer. As a money-making machine with all their pachinko machines, they're probably spiraling upwards.
You know what pisses me off about seeing the picture of Metal Gear Solid? Why does his headband show the forehead lines and his skin under it?
Because they're that strong and defined.
Yeah, okay. Destiny 2 has or whatever
something happening, and then the same makers are putting out Marathon, which I don't give a flying fuck about.
A new Assassin's Creed game that
again after Origins, Odyssey, and
this one looks like the one that's aiming to be like an old Assassin's Creed game.
It does look that way, but
I still personally never finished an old Assassin's Creed game, so I'm not buying it.
I'm not going to either. I'll wait for reviews and maybe for
$20
nostalgia's sake get it or whatever, but then I'm like, it didn't look very good either, like because it showed
it looked like Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, like it was not very modern in its. I don't know if they just threw something together to showcase something. Yeah, I was just like, wow, it's just.
Speaking of downward spirals, Ubisoft.
Yeah, they did a fucking an air assassinate, jumped off a building and stabbed. I was like, it was janky. It was janky. I was like, ooh.
The same animations.
Ooh. But the best thing to come out of this whole fucking thing was Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, dude, Dragon's Dogma 1 is so fun.
I never played it.
It's an old game, and they remastered it
for
the Switch. So I played it on the Switch, and it's so good.
We had a mutual friend that loved it.
Who's that?
Ian.
Oh. I thought so. I wasn't sure. But it's just... And, the gameplay of it, and, like, it just looks like it's so good. I can't wait. I'm going to get it.
Final Fantasy 16 had another trailer, but
yeah. Well, that's already proven itself.
Yes. I think that's really it. I mean, there's some other stuff. Immortals of Acheron that just looks...
I'm joking.
I was like, what? Do you know something I don't? Because I wasn't very impressed. Oh, yeah, that's right. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink finally got a release window.
I didn't even see that one.
This year. It was early in the showcase, finally. I've known about that. That and Tales of Arise were like kind of announced roughly around the same. Well, not really. Maybe Relink was announced first way back in the day. But I've been waiting for this game forever. And now that it's finally got something, I just hope it's not something that just like, here's a release window to keep you interested, and then we're just going to push it back. Because they said fall.
Silk Song.
This year? Silk Song?
Hollow Knight. The Hollow Knight sequel got pushed back from not even having a date to further not having a date.
Sadness.
Because the Xbox showcase showed off Hollow Knight Silk Song, and at the beginning of that showcase, Phil Spencer was like, all of these games are coming out this year that we're about to show you. And now the Team Cherry Devs are like, hey guys, we know you probably are expecting Silk Song this year. You're probably not getting Silk Song this year.
Sadness. That's unfortunate because you love that.
I fucking love Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight, yeah.
2D Dark Souls.
PlayStation.
I'm distraught.
Because I saw a list of games that people were looking forward to that were just not in the showcase. Like,
I was hoping the makers of Returnal would put out anything because they're a first-party studio.
There was no, but also keep in mind there weren't many Japanese type games announced because Japan has their own games showcase.
Yeah, Tokyo Game Show.
Well, that's later in the end. That's more like September, but there's another one in the summertime, I think.
And there's also Summer Game Fest coming.
Yes.
Jeff Keighley.
So, like, the Wolverine game wasn't shown. Final Fantasy Rebirth, the next Final Fantasy 7 wasn't there. People were the Final Fantasy 9 remake was, we talked about last week, was kind of rumored to be, speculated to be, or whatever. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say. Get over the cheapness.
Final Fantasy 9 if they remake it, maybe I will. Because it'll probably not be chibi anymore.
Maybe. We'll see.
It's not happening. Every time I look at fucking Knight Dude, I'm just like, ugh.
I forget his name, but yeah. He's good. He's a good character. Ugh. The characters are great. Vivi is just...
Vivi and Freya. That's it.
Garnet's cool. Zidane's awesome. Zidane has a great character arc.
I said my names.
Freya's useless.
I said my names.
She's just kind of there.
Like how you choose the only one I like to shit on. Now I have no reason to play.
She has a small 6 minutes story arc. But whatever. But yeah, as in terms of like new games that aren't tied to a franchise or a big name, the biggest ones I was amped about was Spider-Man, which is the second in the thing, and Spider-Man 2, Dragon's Dogma 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was really hoping for some new game titles, but at the same time, like what I've said in previous episodes, I'm trying to cut back the amount of time I spent on video games. You know what I mean?
But more games.
True. But there's more things I want to do. Like, there's more mangas I want to read now that I have all these books finished off the collection. I have more books to read. I want to kind of maybe thinking about playing the guitar again, but...
And then Diablo comes and rests his hand on one of your shoulders. Then Golbez walks up, rests another hand on your other shoulder, and they say, yeah, good try.
Yeah, and then the door is being pounded on, and you look over, and you're like, what's that? And the Final Fantasy 16 bursts in, kicks both of them out of the side, just tackles me through a window. Yeah, Diablo's got me for 2 weeks, and then I'm gone. Well, a little bit longer than that, because it's June 22nd, I think, is when...
Yeah, a few weeks.
So, 3 weeks. Diablo's got me for 3 weeks. And then I'll put it down for a little bit. Because 16's single player.
It's not going to take you that long.
It's not. It's me we're talking about.
Yeah, it's really not. I'll probably get like 10, 20 more levels in Diablo, and you're like, I'm back on Diablo. Do you want to pick up our characters?
14 will always be there too, so. Especially because it's a new patch, new tome gear, so I'll have to be... no matter what happens, every time I'll have to log into 14 at least to do an expert to get my tomes. I got a cap for my tomes each week.
It's true. I'm going to be a Diablo fiend very soon. So soon. How about you? I'm probably still going to do some like daily challenges for my Apex Battle Pass. I actually regret buying this season because I'm like, A, Diablo, B, the skins are kind of ass.
Sadness. Too bad you can't like refund that shit. Here, take all the items away from me. I just don't want it anymore.
To be fair though, I got like half of it for free. Not free, but they give you currency in the Battle Pass. So I saved up some of it from last season.
I see.
So as long as I play my missions and save it up this season, I'll get the next one for free.
I played a match Smite today. First match and longest time. My average match in Smite, and this is the game mode I play, is the longest match is somewhere around 30, 35 minutes. Sometimes pushing 40 minutes max.
Yeah.
An hour and 4-minute match today.
Oh, God.
It was brutal. And it was basically 3v5 for most of it. Because I was playing a warrior. I was top damage on my team as a warrior, building full fucking tank. I had no damage in items. And I was just still top damage. But, so it was me, my guardian, and my mage were doing work. But my hunter was just scared to do anything. And anytime, like, if we initiated the fight first, he was just too late to the fight, and by that time we were just pulling back in or whatever. Or if they initiated the fight onto us, he would just run away instead of like when we try and like turn back on him, he's not there to turn. And our assassin, I'd spectate the assassin if I died or whatever, and he would stand there and just watch us fight, and then come in after someone dies. It's like, bro, go in.
I can get a pick now.
Go in while we're fighting, while they're distracted, and just jump the back line and kill someone. You're an assassin.
Please, jump.
I'm like, at this point, I just want you to do any kind of damage. And he was set so he could try and get out. He could get out. He has like an escape anyway.
Yeah.
So like, just come in, dump your whole fucking kit on a squishy, and just get out. That's all I care about. I'll take care of the rest. So with the guardian and the mage. But we're pushing them. We're on their Titan line for like 40 minutes. We were pushing them so hard, and we just couldn't get in the Titan room to end. We were like, all of us were full builds type deal. We're in there.
Been done for a while.
It took one wipe, and they pushed back against us and took one of our phoenixes. And since that, we were defending for the rest of the game. For the next like 25 minutes of just defending, and we couldn't push back. They just gained enough momentum back on us that we just couldn't. And then by that time, it's so late in the game, whoever gets in a Titan room first wins, because that Titan is going to die in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And there's
Thank God.
Nothing you're going to do to stop it. So it was brutal. I'll say, ugh. But the whole reason I brought Smite up is I haven't bought the last like 5 battle passes in Smite. So I have enough gems saved up from just weekly logins. Well, quote unquote daily logins. Every time you log in, you get a daily login that counts towards up to 7. On the 6th and 7th day, you get gems, equaling 35 a week. And a battle pass costs 900 gems. And I got just over 1,000. So if they have the battle pass they have right now is V-Sojo. I was like, really, Smite? Really? And they have G.I. Joe. They had a G.I. Joe event too recently. They're just like what is it? The crossover events. They're just having so many with just random things.
It's working for Fortnite.
True, but it's like Fortnite's been doing it forever too. So Smite's just trying to get in on that money too.
If like Fortnite, unlike the competitors that are getting on late, they don't take a character and remold them into something else. They just put the character in. Like Smite did the Ruby thing, but they have to format the Ruby characters to fit onto the Smite character, which is fair. Totally fair. And then Overwatch does its One Punch Man event, but it's just the characters cosplaying as One Punch Man characters.
Yeah, which is bad. That one's bad.
That was so ugly.
So ugly. The Smite one too, though, sometimes they're like, why?
They look jarring. Like, it hits an uncanny value. It's like, you don't look like the character that I play or the character you're supposed to look like.
And there's other characters that fit you better.
Yeah, like why'd you do this to them?
There's a Nickelodeon crossover in Smite. So Danny Phantom's in it, and they put it on Janice. And Janice has a portal. So you can put it on the ground and people can fall through it, or you can put it on a wall and you can portal through the wall and come out the other side. So because Danny Phantom's a ghost, you can go through the wall with the portal. You're like, oh yeah. There's a literal ghost character in Smite who can go into walls, and that's her passive.
It's to
Cleo
be a ghost.
Is to be a ghost. She goes up to a wall and you can phase into the wall. Then you're screaming, you're in like a ghost wall, and you can you're inside the wall. You're untargetable by any damage. You're inside this fucking wall. While you're in there, you lose a little bit. Your health is dropping, so you can't
see it. You did not camp.
Yeah, and also if your health is below a certain threshold, you can't enter the wall. One, because of the health drop. But I think your health will stop at a certain point, or if it gets to that threshold, it'll just boot you out. I've only played her once. She's not for me, but I'm like, why not put on her? You know what I mean? And it's just like,
see, Fortnite doesn't have that problem. They just put the characters you love in the game. I don't play Fortnite, but I can respect that more than this.
I don't want crossovers. I just want badass skins. I don't care for crossovers, because then you get the Ninja Turtles is like, oh, this is cool, but it feels weird. Because again,
they're not actually Ninja Turtles. They're
you got
linked to the animation.
Sun Wukong is Donatello because Sun Wukong has a staff and Donatello has a staff. And then it's like, okay, the Leonardo one's the only one that feels right because it's on Osiris that has a whip and sickle, two-handed things. But then it's like Loki is Raphael. It's like, that doesn't fit. And Mercury, who punches, is Michelangelo, who has nunchucks.
Yeah.
So that one feels really off to me. His auto attacks look like this.
Cowabunga, dude.
It's weird. But then the Splinter and Shredder skins are fucking amazing. Because Splinter's on just uses a bow for Hachiman, but then it's Ravana, and that one's the best one because it just Ravana punches and kicks and stuff like that, and that's what Shredder does. It's a perfect match. You know what I mean? So that one's cool, but then you got the fucking Autobots crossover.
That's bad.
Though the Optimus Prime Geb skin's pretty dope.
I bet.
But that's it. It's like some of them just like.
Meanwhile, the weird thing with the Fortnite characters is seeing Goku with a gun doing dances.
Yeah. Or Thanos doing the dances.
Super cringe.
Super cringe.
John Wick doing dances.
John Wick. Well, that shouldn't surprise me. It's Fortnite at this point. Yeah. Fortnite has changed so much since it first came out. I'm surprised. Like the original, like Ninja still plays it, right?
I have no clue.
Neither do I. But I mean, I feel like he would have to. I mean, he's made so much money though. He doesn't need to stream anymore.
He doesn't need to do anything.
He doesn't need to do anything. But for him, I mean, I would hate to be that because like that's kind of his identity now. You know what I mean? It'd be hard for him to switch games, and even if he does, if he keeps 1/10 of his fucking viewer count, he's fine. But to have to play Fortnite every day for hours a day, I mean, I really hope he can enjoy that game. That's all I hope. But I think that's a good place to cut out of it for now. A weird turn there at the end.
Absolutely.
But this has been the Dukes of Weebdom. Episode 17. Follow us on Twitter at the Dukes of Weebdom. Take care now.
Au revoir.